We got our gate operator level there and level there, and I welded a cross member over here to support that back corner. So I'll go ahead and weld all the way down that. That'll be good. And then I've just got a couple of tack weld here, and then I got a tack weld up front and then a tack weld in the back corner over there. And now we'll go ahead and get the chain and chain brackets going and get that set up. Once we get those set up, then we can burn all this in. Got the back chain bracket welded and ready to go. So I got those. I welded it on the back side, welded it on the bottom there, and so welded it on the back as well too. It's in pretty good shape right there, and level wise it's pretty good. So right about there is level. And then I have this little test chain, just like a 6 foot of chain with a chain bolt on the end of it, and that's what I use as to mark it left and right, up and down, as opposed to getting the actual 30-foot chain out. If you just do a little 6 foot chain with the chain bolt on the end of it, it makes it a little bit easier. Got the chain on. See, I got the front bolt level. I guess you can't see it level, and then left to right. But I think that gives a pretty clear idea. And then we've got that welded as well too. Need to brush it a little bit more. And then you can see we're good left to right and good up and down on that. And I've got the back one set ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and finish welding the frame off. I've got to put another 2x2 over here. I didn't compensate for it being a gate operator that has a guide post on the right hand side, so I had to scoot it over. I added this cross piece to add support, so I'm going to go ahead and finish welding that, and then I'll have to bring another 2x2 square tube out and weld it on there. And that way when you're looking at it from the front, it all looks nice and level like it was meant to, as opposed to hanging over. As you can see, I'm prepping a piece to go on there right now. So I've just taken a piece of flat and welded it to the end of some 2x2, and then I'm going to clean up that edge. Now I'll cut this edge off right here, and that's hot, by the way, and then I'll smooth all of that weld up, and then I'll smooth all of that weld up, and then I'll leave the weld down at the bottom and on the side open, and then I'll paint it and then weld it to the other piece, and then weld the frame to this, and that should make it 100% sturdy. Even though, I mean, I have no problem right now putting 200 pounds on it and it's not going anywhere. We'll go ahead and finish that up, and I got to do one touch-up paint right here where I forgot to paint the hole that I cut in there, and I'll probably I'll paint that conduit right there, since I already have a little bit of touch-up paint, and that should be it for this. So I'll go ahead, I've got my flat disc on here, go ahead and smooth that out real quick, let it cool down for a second. And so there's the two sides. This is what's going to mount right here, but I think my length is too long, so anyway, that's gonna go right there. Yes, I just need to trim a 1/4 inch off the back. I'll mark that, and then I'll weld this all together right there, so it'll look like one continuous piece, which is the goal. And then as you can see, it'll add more structure, because I'll weld that spot all the way back there. I'll weld that all the way down, weld this up here, and then I'll tack weld right there at that 45, and I'll tack weld at that 45, and that'll give us our standard mount, and that'll look good. All right, so I've got that blended in, smoothed in, and then that edge, so it's seamless. So that whole edge is blended in really well. Get a little bit of touch-up paint on there, and then we welded the frame to this. Back here, welded the frame, and then back in the back, welded the frame to this 2x2. So right now we got a pretty sturdy gate operator and gate operator stand. See, the lines pretty much follow each other.